technique that's in Chuan Pa, and it's in Moranger Protocol Kata, one of the routines. The reason it's in there, it's not in there because it's a good technique, it's in there because it's a teaching technique. With this technique, you can go into all kinds of what we call TAI, or transitions. The word TAI, you'll see on our patches, is transition actions incorporated. It's a method of combining all kinds of different martial arts into one. For instance, the original technique looks something like this one here. 1, he grabs, 2, he steps off, 3, he breaks. That's the technique. The alternates to it would be here. 1, he grabs, 2, he steps off, 3, he breaks, he can strike to the groin. Okay, those are obvious. 3, he breaks, he can kick, he can check, and heel. Okay. Now, what we do is we get into an art of joint manipulation. Pardon me, go back to this technique. 1 is here, 2 is here. There's the joint lock. If you twist a little bit, he's going to fall. Okay, so that would be number 1. If I was to go here and step to here and let go with this hand and keep walking backwards, that will happen. These are very, very painful. If I was to use one hand and step down, keep on. If I was to utilize the same thing, maybe go 1, 2, step to the chest. Okay? Yeah, that was neat.
That was nice.
Okay, so you can go from arc to arc to arc. If I was to go here, utilizing this technique, catching in, whoa, catching on down, of course we don't want to do that one, that's dangerous. So that's what's called a transitional technique. There you can probably stay there and let me go into it all day long. If he used to grab, the same grab, choke him fairly hard, instead of trying to take the arms off, I pull him in. By pulling him in, I have a thumb twist with my neck right through here. Okay? Sort of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Also, look at this. You can't fake pain. Okay, pretend like it doesn't hurt. They all stand on their toes. Once you have this joint lock, all you do, don't go with me unless I make it, I won't do it hard. Once you have this joint lock down here, take this finger and point it where you want to go. Let go. Just a touch. That's good. Mainly I went off to my left and I stepped into here. I have a joint lock here. I could also step back and go to a joint lock here. Is it possible to take a joint lock and maneuver a person around to go from, say, a Thai karate technique, which is a lot like Kempo techniques, to go from a Thai karate technique to an Aikido or Judo or Jiu-Jitsu back into another karate or Kung Fu technique? 1 could be here, 2 could be here. Now you'll notice I'm going to turn his back completely to me, just right on around. I'm going to drop on my left knee, break, hit, catch. So we went from a karate technique to an Aikido technique to one of the Ed Parker techniques that he made famous. That last one's called backbreaker. It's sort of an interesting concept. Another one is, why can't I just step forward with my left foot over there, turn and kneel? Once I kneel, it'll go down, which makes me in position for a pin. But you say, what about his left hand? Puts it in my face. He pushes it back. What I do is when my head's going back, I turn his head sideways, bring my weight on his chest, and the more he pushes me back, he goes home with this thing drawn and then gets stretched like a giraffe. He brings his arm up. I can go into a locking armbar. You can go into a sleeper. You can go on and on and on. Feet in the front. Motion. We're utilizing a lot of, against a body that's agreeable. He's going to let me do it all. And this is how you memorize joint locks. Okay, 1 is here. There's a lot of pain there. 2, I bring my hand over and I force it down. 3, I slip through and I have myself arm bar. 4, he bends his arm, doesn't want me to do it, so I throw him through the wall. 5, I step behind and I lock him in position. This tears this thing out completely, as you can see here. 6, I slip this hand loose and arm grab. 7, I change my mind and I go to a wrist lock. You notice this is an important wrist lock. You'll notice we want this straight up and down every direction. If I pull too hard, I'm going to shut the blood off. If I shut the blood off, It's going to become numb. If it becomes numb, he takes his finger and he pushes it in my eye and I let go. So what I want to do is put my thumb in there and milk it a little bit. So keep that blood flowing a little bit. No, bring it back up there. Okay, anyway, from a wrist lock, I bring it straight down and I go to a muscle lock, which looks something like this here. Where the tricep area is, I use this bone. I put this bone in here and I squeeze. From here, face the camera again. From here I go to a judo throw. Okay, there's 100 judo throws, but we'll just call this one a nice, simple, basic one. As I attempt a judo throw, he might sidestep me that direction, putting himself into one of these terrible things. This one here is the same one I did on this side, where I told him to sit down and make that funny noise. Once you realize how these motions work, they're fairly easy. The problem is that you've got to know the elbow height has got to be slightly higher than the shoulder. This has got to be lined up. If they're off a little bit, they don't work. Now, in some of the Kung Fu arts, you'll see motions that look like this here. What can this flowery, nonsensical movement be? When you're in a Kung Fu tournament, you get some guy who's got a few years training, he looks out, he sees this, and he sees all this stuff in here. What is all this stuff? None of it is any good unless it works. And what it is this. Merv's grabbing me in a headlock. Let me find the same angle. We'll see right there. Right about there. As he seizes me, I grab here. Can you see how the grab's going to go? I didn't let him grab me all the way. He grab again. As he's grabbing me, I counter a little bit with this elbow here, and then I come to weight on over here. He will wait. Thus, that movement in there. When you practice it, you cannot practice it fast because his body will not travel as fast as I can bend his joint. If I jerk it, this is going to come unscrewed and you won't want to practice with it anymore, right? They all have real neat magical names. You can probably find them in some of the Tai Chi books. Also, needle in the seat. Looks something like this here. Throwing it back down, and you can catch him all right. You also have motions that look like this here. Doesn't look like anything. Nice circle motion. Say he brings a front snap kick through here and catching down. But you can see how all these type of ideas catch him. He's grabbing my wrist. I can step and I can go back into this throw. I decide I don't want to throw. I step, I get ready to throw, I change my mind, he's starting to go down, I lift him back up. I have pressure going against his neck this way, I have a thing going in here, he's also trying to counter me by this, so I use my, let's face it, I use my leverage in here. Now you say, what about his left hand? Bang, bang, bang. Problem exists. The problem is that he puts his finger in my eye, let's put it in there nice and slow. Now I won't do it any harder than he does. He won't do it. Plus, he'll let people know that I'm a rank. Then, bam! Step out and elbow. Okay? That's good. Good. Okay, you can stop for a minute. Just let go and grab once. As tight as you can. Really shut that blood off. Now, you'll notice my wrists are basically almost straight down. They're not back here. This makes a big difference on what to do. As soon as he grabs me, you got a good grip, nothing's going to happen. You're right in the middle of the medical area if it does. Okay, he's got a good grip on me. If you got to grab a little bit tighter. Sometimes, when you're thinking about what to do and they really grab you ferociously like that, you can step out, bring your hands around here, and touch. The reason I can do that, and I'm not that strong, and he is a pretty strong guy, is because right here is my escape route. Can you see that escape route? So shut that blood off, really tighten it up tight. So once you find that escape route, nobody's strong with just a thumb, you grab in here. Now you know how a girl throws a baseball sort of gimpy? Then we'll do a front roll. Okay, he's exaggerating the front roll. What happens in reality is they skid on their damn face. Well, I won't throw you this time. But here it is. Now don't go fast because you're coming completely unglued and you've got some more going. Okay. So as he's going over, go ahead and roll over. As he goes over, I lift right there. There it is. this comes undone and you can literally almost pull it off. It wasn't more over thin and just beat him to death with the damn thing. Another thing from a wrist grab, obviously, we can step back, we can kick, we could elbow, we could circle, we could knee, we could hook around in here, bring your head down just a little bit, circle them around, go into one of those crazy Ed Parker techniques again, break and hit, you know, you can go on and on and on. Okay, so from the wrist grab from behind, again, we can break here, we can hit the groin, we can hit up in here. We can go into a technique called finding the way, striking in here, and we can lead to a swoop. You know, might as well add a nice kick to it. We can step into here, we have this one. We change our mind, we have this one. We change our mind, we have that one. You never know, somebody's going to be coming around in the direction. We have all these different things to do. This is sort of a neat little job too. If you look real close, bang, you got a break right in through. Oh, they can see. Plus you have your right. These don't look like much. But if you turn this wrist a little bit here, see, he wants to raise up. Put him back down. You got a nice hook bump. If he gets into grappling, he can escape from it, and then chances are he's going to escape into something that's really terrible. Real and moral action. From here, if you watch real close, I'm going to bring my right elbow up. Okay, now let's switch sides. By bringing my right elbow up, see the grip I got? I flip that damn thing over. Look at this leverage point I have. Plus, if you can see this elbow in here, it's right in there. I can check it. I have a lot of leverage to throw him down, but I decide I don't want to, so I reach underneath, and you tell him to smile. Okay? Yeah. That hurts. Yeah, quite a lot. I hate when they do that to me. I hate them too. A nice handshake, a good common handshake. Whoops. Take them on down. Nice and simple. Little violent, but not too much. All it is, as soon as you grab, going across this joint line, bringing it down, he bends down to look at it, see what you're doing, I guess. Then, you touch. He won't go back. Elbow, claw, so forth. So you can do a lot of this. Say we go back into the sticky hand sets. I punch with my right hand and he blocks. I pull down and he strikes. See where I can catch right into these little jobs? They won't do a dramatic fall. They'll end up trying to cartwheel out of it. What you do is you hold here. You don't have to cartwheel out of it. You can just break. So you can go to violent, to non-violent, to violent, to non-violent. The ultimate in martial arts is to be able to defend yourself without causing any bodily injury whatsoever. It's like having a big old billy club and a little dog comes up at you. You can either golf with the dog or you can threaten with it or poke him away. Same with the martial arts. If he's standing, he's harassing me, we'll say. I can go, and strike here, here, and here, and catch him here. Or I can just touch and move him back, and catch on. So you can work violent, non-violent type of ideas. A handshake. Go back into this thing again. Remember these joint locks? They can all feed in, they can all feed out. Some of the other ones, again, we're back into this one here. Again, the whole object is to get this area to come out. And how you do that is bend. Go with it. And from here, I can make them way on over here. You take them all over the place. It's like once you get a good grip on them, they're going to go anywhere. He keeps going in a circle. Let's stop that circle. Doesn't look like anything. But then again, if once you have that joint lock secure, believe me, and you want him to sit down, just take this finger, put it on his elbow and point to the ground. There we go. You have to feel it. You have to feel it to believe it. It's fantastic. It's almost magic. You have motions that look like these circles. They don't look like anything. He's grabbing with his touch. I reversed the circle this time. Just a touch. If you watch real close, see the way his arm is bent? Pressure. If he was to grab him, I do the same thing. I turn this over, pressure. If you look at it real close, all it is this. Okay? If you look at it real close, it's all the same. Everything is the same. They just look so radically different. Okay, you can close.